Okay, welcome to the fourth evening event for reading of the book Spring's Blue Ribbon. Today we have a wonderful lineup with very interesting poets. But before we begin, we will have a music video by the music artist Thomas Stehn from Germany. He is born in '62. And he had his first passionate contact with music at an early age when discovering his parents' record player. At 12, he had his first own guitar, and it was not his last. With 15, he started playing the rock and roll live debut, and he played in several bands, and his style started to develop from swing jazz, children music, and blues pop, and to create film music in his own recording studios. So now we are going to listen to one of his videos. Don't you find the video, Don?
Did you not hear it?
No, this was, I think, just a teaser or something.
That was the introductory music.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear it again?
No, I thought that afterwards there's a video.
Well, we have a video of Xin Xiaoyuan, but I thought you might want to introduce her first.
So I didn't get it. I thought there was full video from Thomas in the beginning. Okay, excuse me. So now we start our reading with a guest from China who can't be with us because in China you can't enter into Zoom. Her name is Xin Xiaoyuan, and she is the founder of the Encyclopedic Poetry School in 2007. She graduated from Beijing International Studies University, majoring in Japanese literature. She is member of the Writers Association of China, Translators Association of China, and Poetry Institute of China. She has published 11 books, including 5 poetry anthologies. So now we will listen to her poem on a video.
Hello, everybody. Here is Chinese poet Xin Xiaoyuan. Today I'm going to recite an excerpt from my poem, Spring 2021 Runway Show, Zephyrus versus Flora. Is that a threat? Flora showed herself, with a headdress decorated with green eustoma, green roses, green bold orchids. When she walked forward in her rococo dress with its enormous bustle cage, covered by big fluorescent flowers, she nearly brought down the dramatic backdrop behind, whose bottom almost blended with the forgot-me-nots on her long trail. She moved forward, elegantly, through the archway, saw the space full of chiffon flowers, white laces. Verlina and magnolia became a 3D paper craft mammals. German empress flowers flicked their immaculate tongues at the gates, and the Rangoon creeper climbed up the walls like watercolor curves. Persian buttercups swelled out while she spoke loud, and Arabian jasmine heaped the virgin snow on her dress. Sandalwood, cedar, amber, and myrtle fragrances weaved an atmosphere ahead like high-relief objects. What a paradise of hallucinations. Even a flower girl passing through here with interlaced cambric and etched out velvet flowers in her hair would be embraced by popularity and prosperity once she went outside. All flowers in the world are under my command. I hold the key. Come, defeat me and take it, or admit that you have lost and back down to your wreck. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our next poet comes from Turkey, but she is not with us, and Gino will read her poem. Her name is Muberra Karamanoglu, and she is a multidisciplinary artist based in Ankara, Turkey. She's a poet, writer, painter, and sculptor. She also performs live performances called Painting Poems, where she combines poetry and painting. In 2015, her poetry book called Aramitsa Sir Kakti was published, and in 2019, she participated in the 4th Intercontinental Young Poet Istanbul Festival and in the International Literary Festival in Bistrița, in Romania. Her poems have been translated into English, Romanian, and Spanish. So Gino is going to read her poem. Gino, the mic.
No. So mic is open, I think. Okay. Now I have to find the poem, but I did. The poem is titled "I Could Not Cling." I couldn't cling love. I am the woman who goes either by a black train while the rails are curled in the meadows or the mountains. I open my eyes to the station of loneliness, looking at the towns of sadness. People pass in front of compartments, cries of babies woven into the night, right in the sleepy eyes. How many, if sleep divided into 4 nights, do not know arithmetic? The train takes off with a growl. I look at myself from windows and the meadow. It sees me and the night. I'll toss you under my eyelids. I couldn't cling love. I am the woman who goes either by bus. Separation hits me in the terminal. A bullet passes me in range without anyone seeing. I hold my wound under water. Deputy clerk shouts, "Do not leave the destitute roads poor passengers back." Neither a tear, nor are there waving hands on the way. I leave my farewell softly to the terminal. I meet myself in lands. I'm a lonely step tree. I undress towards the sun, to the wind, to your absentee. make peace with my body. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gino. And now we have Koutsoumpeli from Greece. And Gino is going to read the introduction, please. Gino, il microfono.
Yeah. So now I got it. Chloi Koutsoumpeli, her first collection of poems was published when she was 22 years old, and she continues to write and publish ever since for 36 years now. She has written 10 collections of poetry, 2 novels, and 2 theatrical plays. Her work has been translated in German, French, Spanish, Bulgarian, Italian, Turkish, and English. She has participated with her poems in many Greek and foreign language anthologies. Many of her poems and short stories have been published in Greek and foreign language magazines. A collection of poems with the title Those Who Eat in the Same Table in Another Land won the National Award of Poetry of 2016. Now it's your turn, Chloi.
Thank you very much. I enjoy very much. I'm very happy to see all of you from so many different countries. It's magical, I think. Gino, thank you very much, and all of you, that we have this chance. I think it's wonderful. 1 minute, I have to find it. I found it before. Okay. So I will read it in Greek. Όταν η άνοιξη αργεί, κάτω από το λευκό σεντόνι του νεκροτομείου, οι αρκούδες ροχαλίζουν λιπόθυμες. Κάτω από το δέρμα του δάσους κοιμάται το φίδι των εποχών. Στην κάτω γη, εκεί που τα βλέφαρα συμπληγάδες έχουν κλείσει αμετάκλητα, μετεωρίζονται τα ψάρια, μικρά αερόστατα με γυάλινα μάτια. Μία εποχή, αυτή που δεν θα ζήσουμε ποτέ, συμπιεσμένη στο μπουκάλι της σαμπάνιας, που ο φελός του δεν θα εκτοξευτεί ποτέ. Μερικές φορές βλέπεις, η χειμερή ανάρκη δεν ξυπνά ποτέ. When spring delays. When spring delays and the fields breathe with difficulty under the white sheet of the morgue, the fruits are embalmed, the birds mummified, the bears have passed out, and under the skin of the forest sleeps the snake of time. I am thinking of the underneath land, where your eyelids, small symbligades of tenderness, have clashed irrevocably, where fish levitate, small aerostats with huge eyes made of glass, where spring is forever sealed in a champagne bottle whose cork will never explode, because spring is the lover's body and its memory eternally blooms.
Thank you very much for this wonderful poem.
I thank you all.
It's really very up to date. So now we make a jump to the UK, to England, to Simon Fletcher. He lives in Shropshire and is a widely published poet who performed across Britain and in Pakistan, Norway, and Germany. He's read his work on BBC Radio Shropshire and the BBC Asian Network. He runs poetry writing workshops in green spaces, places, and MCs the monthly online virtual voice event. He is the author of 3 pamphlets and of 4 poetry collections. His most recent, Close to Home, was published by Headland in 2015. Simon is also manager of Offa Press, devoted to promoting and publishing poetry in the West Midlands of England. Simon, the word to you.
Thank you very much, Antje. And thank you, Gino, for inviting me. It's very, very kind of you to join this esteemed international group of writers. 2 short poems about spring, and the first one is about the song thrush, which I expect in each country you have a particular bird which makes itself known in spring, and the song thrush is sort of a bit of a legend in England for its wonderful variety of different songs that it sings. So this is song thrush in Dolgoch, which is a local sort of quarry, a local area near my home. The song thrush perches on the ash above the broken quarry rocks and sings a medley, tuneful, loud, to chilly ears such joy he brings. A ballad, pop, a waltz, then jazz, a thumping hymn and choral line. It teaches all the modes of song, wrung out by chance and mixed by whim. The thrush displays to catch the ear, this polyphonic friend of March, with speckled notes in many moods, and brighter than the greenest larch. So that's a bird. And now what about the trees? Well, in the West Midlands, I've noticed, and it's quite a decent size area, I suppose about 150 kilometers from the south to the north, something like that. I've noticed the blossom on the trees and the bushes moves slowly from the south to the north. They say that spring travels about 12 kilometers a day. So this is a record of how it touches the different fruit trees. And this part of the world is famous for its fruit trees, particularly apples and cherries. This is called the blossom forecast. From February, blackthorn will turn the hedgerows white across the shires. Late March, heavy snowfalls of wild cherry flowers will spread north up the River Severn. In April, expect storms of pink and white apple blow in the west, especially around Hereford. A hail of creamy pear blossom in the Team Valley from Worcester up to Ludlow. Japanese delicate plum flowers will sprinkle the Vale of Evesham. And finally, expect squalls of damson petals just about anywhere. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is also the same situation near Hamburg. We have a big apple plantage, so we have the same blossom events, very strong.
Thank you.
So now we go to Juan C. Tajes from Uruguay. He was born in 1946. He is a poet and a multidisciplinary artist living in Holland since 1971. He writes poetry, theater, and narrative and essays. He is the organizer of cultural events and lecturer. His literary work is published and translated in different countries and participates in international literary festivals. He collaborates with literary magazines in the Netherlands, Argentina, Brazil, Turkey, Romania, Germany, and Mexico. So Juan, the word to you. Where are you?
Thank you very much. It's very nice to be with such interesting writers in the book and now on Zoom. Excuse me, because this red flow is a lamp I have here, and it's not because my wrinkles will go out, but it's just something that happens and I cannot control. I'm going to read to you Blue Spring. It's not the Blue Spring of now. I remember being a blue boy in my young years, and being a blue boy, you have many souvenirs and a kind of, not regret, but it's kind of nostalgic thing that happens to you when you are at that age in life, at this shore of life. Let's say elegantly, we are in a different shore of life now. I will read the first in Spanish. En aquel ayer contaba con los años primaveras y una cinta era el tiempo de azules tardes ligeras colgadas de rama en rama al árbol de mis deseos. También sumaban los días periprecias y recuerdos, acrobáticos abrazos con gestos torpes, ligeros, horas de besos salados en la playa de otros cuerpos. Fui copero de los dioses, fui dardo, agua y espejo, fui ala, fui roca y bosque, fui abismo, horizonte y fuego. Ahora entreveo las sombras en esta orilla del sueño. Ya no soy yo, soy el otro en la cinta azul del tiempo. Blue Spring. In that yesterday, I counted over the years the springs, and the ribbon was a time of light blue afternoons, hanging from branch to branch to the tree of my desires. I also added the days, adventures and memories of acrobatic acts with clumsy, light gestures, hours of kisses and sea salt on the beach of other bodies. I was cupbearer of the gods. I was dart, water, and mirror. I was wing and rock and forest. I was abyss, horizon, and fire. Now I only glimpse the shadows from this shore of the dream. I am no longer me. I am the other on the blue ribbon of time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is very touching. So if I'm informed well, now we go back to the music part, right, Gino? With a video by Ulrike Gaate, a musical video. Is this right? Yes. She is a multifaceted pianist from Hamburg, Germany, and received her first piano lessons in her family at 4. This was followed by classical piano education and classes in piano improvisation and numerous projects in rock, blues, and boogie-woogie, musical theater, chansons, and reading events with music. At Berklee College of Music in Boston, USA, she completed several study courses on improvisation and music management at the online campus. With her trio, called Ulrike Gaate Trio, she won the C. Bechstein Award. She completed a scientific university degree with a doctorate. When she's not playing the piano, she works as a university lecturer. So now, Don, we are listening to Ulrike Gaate, right? Yes. Oh, this is Northern Germany. This was great, Ulrike Gaate. She's not with us today, but really nice. So now we go to India, to Varsha Dash. She writes fiction, non-fiction, poetry, radio plays, and also for children in Gujarati, Hindi, and English. And she translates from Bengali, English, Gujarati, Hindi, Marathi, and Odia. Her poems are included in several anthologies in India and abroad. She is a recipient of several literary awards, notable the Kendra Sahitai Academy Award, Lifetime Achievement Award from Gujarat, Sahitya Parashat, and Literary Award from the Soka University, Tokyo in Japan. She is the former director of National Book Trust in India, and after her retirement, served as the director of the National Gandhi Museum in New Delhi. Varsha, we wait for your poem. Your mic is switched off.
Is it okay now? Can you hear me? Yeah. So thank you very much. I will read the Gujarati version of my poem first. Its title is Kundama Maro Champo. Kundama te kai champo uge. એ તો વૃક્ષ છે ભલે ને કુંડું મોટું અને મજબૂત હોય કુંડામાં ચંપો જોઈને એક મિત્રે ટકોર કરી આ તે કેવું બોન્સાઈ નાનું એ નહીં ને મોટું એ નહીં વૃક્ષ ભલે કુંડામાં તોય ચારેય ઋતુઓ માણે. કપરા શિયાળામાં બધા પાન તજે. ડાળીઓ દેખાય ઠૂંઠી, નાગી ને બોડી, પણ મૂળિયા મજબૂત કરે. દિવસો તો સૌના બદલાય, ચંપા, ચમેલી ને ગુલાબના પણ. શિયાળાનું પ્રસ્થાન થયું ને વસંતનું આગમન. એનો પગરવ ન સંભળાય, પણ ચંપાનો હરખ ન માય. એની ડાળે ટશિયા ફૂટ્યા ને પાંદડા હળવેથી ઉગ્યા. ટોચ પર અને ડાળોની વચ્ચોવચ્ચ પણ. વસંતને વધાવતા આ પાંદડા માણસ કરતાંય વધુ સંવેદક. હવા પ્રકાશને હોંકારો દે, સુષુપ્ત પ્રાણને પ્રગટાવે. વસંતને આલિંગતો આ કુંડાનો ચંપો, ફૂલો વરસાવીને પ્રેમથી વધાવે. મારી કહાણીય કુંડાના ચંપા સમી, કડકડતી ટાઢમાં મજબૂત થઈ ને પછી ફૂટી પડ્યા અનેક રંગ. કદાચ આજ છે મારી વસંત. Its English translation is, my potted champa tree. Champa is the name of the flower, which is white in color. How can a champa tree grow in a pot? It's a tree after all. Even if the pot is big and strong. Noticing my champa, a friend quipped, "What kind of a bonsai is this? It's neither small nor big." Even in the pot, it enjoys all seasons, sheds its leaves in harsh winter, looks a little ugly, bald and nude, but continues to strengthen its roots. The time doesn't stop for any one of us. It's the same for the champa, jasmine, or rose. Winter has left, spring has walked in. I couldn't hear her steps, but champa knew it well. A burst of spring was seen in the branches. Leaves began to sprout on each branch of the tree, welcoming the spring with the heart warmer than man. Trees' outbreak of energy reached out for light and air. Showering white flowers, my potted champa tree, with all its love, embrace the spring. The story of the potted tree is similar to mine. I grew stronger in frigid winter, and then a burst of colors. Perhaps that was my spring. Thank you very much.
Thank you. This is wonderful. Spring in a potted plant. Very nice. Now we go to Saudi Arabia and we listen to Raed Anis Al-Jishi. He is an international awarded poet and a translator from Qatif, Saudi Arabia. He has an honorary fellowship in writing from the Iowa University in the USA, and he is a member of the advisory committee of Exquisite Teacher Training Plan of National Changhua University of Education in Taiwan. And he is an editor in Modern Dialogues, Macedonia. Right.
Hi.
Let's listen to your poem.
Hi. First of all, we don't have a lot of siblings in Saudi Arabia, so it just came for a few days. In my city, in other city, it is always sibling in Saudi Arabia. in some cities, but in my city it comes only for short days, but the city became beautiful. Everything is healthy, fruits, plants, and I live in the coast in an ancient city, which is most of it in plants and palm trees. So usually siblings came with us with an idea of that these short days are going to end fast and the death of that beauty is coming. So I have this poem not about the sibling itself, but the sibling as being the tiding of death. So I will read it in Arabic first, then in English. بشارة. أنا أبشر بحلوى الموت وأدفن ضحكي كغراب حنون في ألواح الرمل. الموت يمتص الشحنة المنشطة لإعاقة أمنية. تصادمات الحلم المثمر، تصادمات الحلم لا تثمر بدون خصوبة، والموت هو الخصوبة الفاعلة، هو المحرر الوقتي والفرصة التي لا تتكرر. وحده الموت لا ينتهي بالموت ولا يبدأ بالحياة. أنا أبشر بموت حميد وطموح حميد واستغناء يقتل الطموح المحدود بانتفاء هوس البحث. استغناء يصنع مجده ببطء نحات في صحيفة الأزل المائعة. Tidings. I bring you glad tidings of death's sweetness, and bury my laughter as a slothful crow. Death absorbs the activate charge for a wish obstruction. The dream's implications are not effective without fertility. Death is an active fertility. It is the temporary motivation of an opportunity that won't be repeated. Only death doesn't end with death and begin with life. I bring you tidings of price-worthy death and price-worthy ambition, and a resignation that kills the limited ambition by the abuses of the opposition of seeking, a resignation that makes its glory as slow as sculpture on the liquid sculptures of eternity. Thank you very much. Glad to be here with you. Thanks.
Thank you very much. This is very interesting, really different aspects of spring and beauty that is dying so soon and so fast. Very, very nice combination today, I think. Thank you, Raed.
Thank you.
Now we go to Germany, to Hamburg, to Uwe Friesel. He was born in 1939. And he has stayed for decades in Italy, in Sweden. Now he lives as a freelance writer in Buxtehude in Germany. In the 1970s, he was a founder of the Autoren edition at Bertelmann's publishing house. And he has published novels, short stories, poems, as well as youth and children books and radio dramas. He was awarded a number of literary awards, among them the prestigious Rome Prize Villa Massimo. After the fall of the Berlin Wall, being president of the reunited German Writers' Union till 1994. He helped to organize the 2 international writers' cruises in the Baltic and the Aegean Sea in 1992 and 1994. Which resulted in the founding of the still active UNESCO Writers and Translators Centers in Visby and Rhodes. Uwe Friesel.
Thank you for your introduction. I'm reading in a very cold April with snow, a poem about a warmer day in spring. So am ersten warmen Tag, wenn einem der Wind so durch das Hemd weht, die Sonne so auf den Bauch im Gesträuch und Dampfer tuten ab und zu auf der Elbe und du liegst da und keiner redet dazwischen und die Sonne und Ameisen und der nächste Schornstein einen Kilometer weg. About the first warm day. About the first warm day when the breeze leaks through your t-shirt and sun on your tummy, between the bushes, and now and then a steamer hoots from Elbe River below, and you are lying there and nobody disturbs us, and the sun and ants and the next chimney a mile away. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Uwe. This is a wonderful, peaceful poem to finish, I think, because Albrecht Classen, I don't see if he's here.
No, he is. I can just tell you, I just got an email from him, and he said he is a little bit delayed because of something important happened, and maybe he can make it, but he's not sure. So I think he can't make it. So he did. So
He didn't make it.
No, I think no, he didn't make it. So and maybe I can read it for him, or you can invite him for the next time. I don't know. I can read it in German and English in both ways.
Yes.
Maybe
Shall
we
I
should
read
do
the
that. It's okay.
introduction?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes, that would be nice. Yeah.
Albrecht Classen is a university distinguished professor of German studies at the University of Arizona. He has currently published 115 scholarly books and close to 800 articles. But he is also an active poet with 9 volumes of his own poems. Okay.
So I'll read it in German. It's my native language, by the way. So, Frühling. Lange hatte es gedauert. Der Winter war so hart, kalt und windig. Blies er um das Haus, fiel mehr Schnee als Wunsch. Warum wollte er nicht enden? Trotzdem gab es Winterspaß, die Natur unter weißer Decke. Lang ist zäh, ein so bitterer Winter. Heute ist es viel zu warm auf der erhitzten Erde. Frühling kommt, eilt vorbei, globale Transformation. Blaue Bänder flattern dahin. Die gelben Blütenschauer trudeln schnell ihres Weges und schon ist es viel zu heiß. Wo sind denn die Bänder geblieben? Frühlingsschauer bleiben aus. Trocken starrt der Garten, erstickt vor sich hin. Veilchen wachsen nicht. Von Narzissen ist gar nicht die Rede. Das bisschen Grün, wo mag es geblieben sein? Und Mörikes poetischen Ton vermag ich nicht zu hören. Wenn da etwas flattert, sind es Plastiktüten im Wind. Ein wenig Regen wäre ja ganz schön. Darauf wirst du lange warten. Sprich mir bloß von Frühling nicht. Der Sommer hat uns längst im Griff. Und dies nicht allein in unserer Sonora-Wüste. So, now the English part, and you all have to know that Albrecht is living in Arizona. Therefore, this makes sense. So, spring, really? It had lasted for long. The winter had been so hard, cold and windy. It blew around the house more snow than desired. Why did it not finally end? But there had also been winter joys. Nature asleep under the blanket white. It has been a long time ago, such a bitter winter. Today it is much too warm on the heated Mother Earth. Spring arrives and rushes by, global transformation. Blue bands fly past us rushingly. The yellow petal showers trundle so fast, leaving us behind. And then the heat sets in. Where have all the bands disappeared? The spring showers are staying away. The garden stares at us without any breathing. Violets do not grow here. And forget the daffodils. The little green might have gum, and Ulrike's poetic sound is not audible to me. If anything might flatter, then the plastic bags in the wind. A little rain would really be nice. Yet you will have to wait for it long. Just do not talk to me about spring. We are already in the summer stronghold. And this not only in our Sonoran desert. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is awesome. Very nice. Another point of view again. So I think then we can conclude with another video from Thomas Stehn, right? Music video. Thank you, Thomas Stehn, for this wonderful music. Okay, I also want to thank Don Krieger for his technical support, who makes all this possible. Big clap for Don. Gino Leineweber, of course, because he put together this big collection. Really, this is a hard work and it's really interesting. And I must say, the reading today for me was really touching, because from so different places and so concrete poems we didn't have until now, I think. So thank you everybody for being here. Simon, Fletcher, Juan, Tajes, Varsha, Raed from Saudi Arabia, Uwe Friesel from Hamburg, and the ones who were not here, Xin Xiaoyuan from China. Oh no, Chloi, you are here. Chloi, Koutsoumpeli from Greece, and Mulberry Karamanoglu from Turkey, who couldn't come, and Albrecht Classen from Arizona. So I think we can say goodbye now. It was a very nice, wonderful reading. Thank you.
Thank
to
you very
everybody.
much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.